evening. I'm Joanne Hoy, and I am super excited that tonight, this very night, is 4 years in the continuation of Wholesome WordZ Live. And tonight I'm joined by someone that's been on Wholesome WordZ for a minute, and that is Miss Andy Mapena. Hey, Andy.
Hey, how are you doing?
I am hanging out. It is hotter as hockey sticks over where I am. I don't know if it's that hot over there by you,
Yeah, it's
but
been
I
warm.
may be drinking water because it is that hot. Is it hot for you too?
Yes, it's warm over here.
Warm. What's considered warm?
Did you know that today was Nationals Jamba Juice Day for $1? I
No.
made sure I went to get that because it
Oh,
was hot today.
it was hot today. Let me see what my weather people are saying. The weather here is 87. Wait, there's a severe weather alert, air quality alert.
Hmm.
They're expected to last until tomorrow. It
Whoa,
is that hot that we have air quality severe weather warnings.
that's
That's
good.
bad.
I have 86 over here.
It's 87, so it's hot.
Yeah.
Hot mama. Okay, welcome again, everybody. As I digress, I'm excited. This is 4 years. And so I want to kind of take everybody back kind of down memory lane. There's a little story to how this all got started. But one of my best memories is Preston Perry, who will kick this off. So let's watch.
Lord, if I ever forget how to praise you, let my tongue forget language. Let my ears forget how the ocean sounds when the currents violently collide against the rocks along the shoreline. And let me forget the morning, where the silence sings a symphony of peace that only you can orchestrate, and where your mercy is new and in its sweetest form. But remind me of the day when I was thirsty, in need of the type of water that will unparch my soul forever, and your grace came in and flooded this dying desert of a man. Remind me of the days when darkness followed me so much, the moon knew me by name, but your voice, still as a morning ocean, called me out of midnight into your marvelous light. Let not my heart be like Israel, who forgot that they saw you sea in half, to lead them to a land where slavery knew not their names, and freedom sung them into a clear sky. But help me to remember your goodness, that your love is the only thing that matters when all else fails. Remind me that your brutal, bloody, beaten body was bruised on the cross for my sins, that you died in my place. When my pride is high, remind me that you lowered yourself to die for my sins. Lord, if I ever forget how to praise you, let me forget everything that has ever existed. But help me to remember you, because in you all things exist. We exist to make your name known, because when everything passes away, you will be the only thing that truly matters.
Wow. That is Preston Perry. And that is what I say is a memorable moment when I started 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I wanted to have a peaceful protest because of George Floyd. So I contacted a friend of mine, Kim Schatz. In fact, here's our promo. Let's listen. Hi, everyone. I'm Joanne Hoy.
And I'm Kim Schatz.
And we are excited about what's about to happen. And we kind of want to give you just a little bit of background of how did Wholesome WordZ, A Moment to Breathe, an artistic movement by poetry and spoken word got started. And so this is all kind of surrounding the tragic loss of George Floyd. And I think at a time when everybody was just feeling every which way, I received a Facebook Messenger message from Kim.
Well, and as Joanne was saying, the news just hit me so hard, and I felt powerless, honestly, and was a little scared about reaching out to my friend Joanne. We've known each other for years, but we hadn't been in touch recently, and I just felt compelled that I had to. And so I reached out and I said, Joe, I don't even know what to say. I don't know that I have power to do anything about this, but I am here for you. I love you. Whatever you need. And then this just kind of, she had this great idea, and she's so creative and amazing. And I said, whatever you need, I'm in. And so this is more about the amazing creativity that she has and the talent that she has. And I'm just in the background helping out because that's what I can do. That is my part to play. So we hope that you enjoy this night. I know if you're going to watch it, if you're going to be on here live and watch this thing, you are going to be touched and encouraged. And hopefully you end the night feeling hope and optimism that we know only comes through love and light and the Spirit of God. So we hope that you enjoy. We hope that you will join us.
Right. And it's been an act of love. Kim and I have worked on other projects before. So our relationship was, we met on an artistic adventure, working in the community. And so that friendship and that artistic connection has followed us through where we are now. And I'm talking, this connection is almost over 10 plus years old. Yeah. So as I was traumatizing, and obviously she was traumatizing as well and grieving, the love to reach out and possibly provide some wholesome words, to possibly provide some type of healing or things that kind of just express us where we are right now. So mixed in with some other open mic experiences or things that I've hosted in the community, to this, I really believe that this is an opportunity for you to take a moment to breathe. There's been a lot. And so the artists that will be sharing will hopefully fill your spirit with something, some positivity, some words that heal. Feel free to kind of cry or get your tissue out or whatever, but know that this is an act of love to hopefully heal some of the wounds, not all of them. And there may actually be no real healing for a minute, but it is our artistic, peaceful protest of the tragic loss of George Floyd, why we're here today. So we're excited about it, and we really want you to invite your friends to join us on Facebook Live on Friday, as I say, Juneteenth, or for others, Friday, June 19th. And if you want to figure out what Juneteenth is, Google it. It's real simple, and you'll be educated. We say Juneteenth. But next Friday, Juneteenth at 7:30, we're kicking off, and already we have some amazing people who have wanting to impart and share some positivity, something that will uplift your soul for this event. So we're excited, and we look forward to you joining us on Facebook Live on Friday, June 19th at 7:30. Anything else, Kim?
No, that's good. See you there, guys. You don't want to miss it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And that's how Wholesome WordZ Live got started. And so just to look back and thank my dear friend, Miss Kim Schatz, who really just embraced the situation. And at that time, and they were talking about allies and how to be an ally. And so she just stepped up to the plate and really just embraced me and all the things that we're going through. 4 years ago, a lot was going on in the country. We were just settling in, though we didn't know it, into the pandemic, not understanding it was going to last a whole year and a half. But we were doing what we could do. And so that's how it got started. So kind of in light of the beginnings of Wholesome WordZ Live, my Juneteenth kickoff, that's what this is going to be about. So with that said, and now that we kind of have an understanding, I want to share one of my good friends that shared a poem that night. And so her name is Miss Veronica Early. And so what's kind of funny for me now is that I'm in front of the camera. But when I got started, just like a lot of other things, I was new, it was scary. And then I said, wait, what's going on? And then I took a leap of faith and I'm in front of the camera. So what you're going to see is me living behind the camera because it was safe in those days like that there. Okay, here we have Veronica Early.
Our next live artist, she loves the Lord with all of her mind, her body, her spirit, her gifts, and her talents. Ronnie is an amazing soloist who loves to sing to the Lord. Just within the last couple years, in her writing conversations with God, she discovered she was a poet and began to share those cherished conversations as a spoken word artist. She is a mother of 3 gifted and talented children and a very proud grandmother. I want to welcome my good friend, Ronnie Early.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Glow. Just like a glow stick, it can't reach its fullest potential until it is fully broken. If it stays stiff and stuck in the same as which it was, then it will never shine. Glow in the midst of confusion, glow in the middle of chaos, glow when everything is all right. Glow when the situation is whelming. Glow when you don't even feel like smiling. Glow when your dreams have been deferred. Glow even when they come through. Glow like the Father made you glow. Glow like He intends you to. Glow when the world is upside down and inside out. When all seems right, glow is what the Father expects you to do. Like coal that is put under right amount of heat and pressure will never bring forth its brilliant light. And nor could the moon glow without the light of the sun. I mean the S-O-N one. Glow in the darkness, glow when its sun is shining, glow like the Father expects you to. Glow in the pros, grow in the cons. Glow, because the victory has already been won. A father's heart and a father's legacy. This is one that came to me because I know that Father's Day is coming up soon, and I'm a mother, but I know my husband's heart. My son, if you could only see yourself through my eyes, I am so proud of the man you have become, proud of the man that stands before me, so proud of the challenges you have overcome, so proud of the legacy, and blessed that you call me Dad. Oh, how I can remember when I was a young man, the times I lost my way and didn't quite understand, the moment of confusion and moments of loss and the moments when I strayed. Oh, the legacy I could have left you when I lost my way. But there was 2 things I could remember from that long, long ago, the things that kept me sound, the things that keep me now, the cross and how deep my Father's love for me echoed in me. It rose above the noise, it rose above the pride. So softly, so sweetly, he whispered to me, I can turn ashes into beauty. Oh, how it makes me weep. My dear son, so glad he changed my course. Christ healed my heart and rerouted my destiny. For God has predestined us to be transformed so that we can become the beautiful image like his holy son. Then I can humbly say, I and my Father are one. Thank you, Joe. And this is also coming from Okinawa, Japan, because that's where my heart is. You know, my husband and my youngest son. So I just want to say good night. This is East Coast. Time to go. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, Ronnie. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
Wow, that's a sweet memory. And that was 4 years ago. Ronnie's story was that she came out to help her daughter at the birth of her grandson. And that was in December 2019. And the baby came in January, not knowing she was going to try to catch something back to Okinawa, where her husband was stationed, probably the end of February. And before you knew it, COVID had raised its ugly head, and she was in North Carolina and he was in Okinawa, and they couldn't get to each other. So she lived on the East Coast for a year and a half before they were able to have different sanctions and different things for her to be able to go back home. By that time, her youngest, who was in Okinawa, he was in 11th grade. When she got to him, he was about to graduate. So just to show you how God works things out, just an amazing thing. We've had a little technical difficulty here, and so now it looks like Andy's back to join us. Hey, Andy, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, there you are. There you are. So that's kind of how Wholesome WordZ Live got started. It's a sweet memory of just different artists coming together and just sharing what God has given them. And so those are flashbacks blah, blah, of 2020. I understand you have something that you'd like to share. Okay, what you got?
Well, you're saying back in for the full years that we've been through.
No, you have something tonight that you'd like to share, right?
Oh yes, of course, yes. I would like to share my poem called "God, You Are So Faithful." So be blessed and enjoy. Sorry about that. There is none like you. God, you keep on loving me. Even when I struggle on my good and bad days, Lord, you continue to remain. I'm in awe of your faithfulness towards me. Oh Lord, how I love you. Even when others see the bad in me, God, your love never gives up on me. Lord, your faithfulness never fails. Your faithfulness always trails as a never-ending breaking record. Your faithfulness towards me is a loving reward. I will continue to explore your promises in your holy word. Your Holy Spirit is a consuming fire filling up my soul through my heart. Your love is constantly penetrating me faster than the speed of sound. Nothing in heaven or on earth can separate me from your love right from the start. Great is your faithfulness. God, you are unchanging, never ending. God, your love keeps surprising me. Oh, how deep is your love. At times when I go astray, you continue to be faithful in every way. No matter what storms come my way, God, you are always faithful to make a way out of no way. You said you would never leave me, nor forsake me. Your mercies are new every morning. God, you always provide for all of my needs. God, you are my everything. Your compassion is freely bestowed upon me. Lord, you deliver me from the hands of my enemies. God, you are all-knowing. You go before me to prepare my footsteps to keep me growing. I don't know why you love me so much. Lord, you keep on keeping on so you can display your faithfulness for all to know. For you alone, God, are the great I am. Wherever I am, you said you would always be there. I'm never alone. Your unfailing presence continually brightens my day. Lord, I trust in you, knowing your never failing faithfulness will guide me for all of my days.
Woo! That was fire. Fire.
Thank you.
Fire. Fire. I'm surprised you didn't play no music with that. But yeah.
Maybe I should do that next time. Like, from my phone, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I have I can add. I think
You can add music on StreamYard?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, Andy, what led you to write that? What was your thoughts?
Let's see. I wrote that back in, when did I write that? That was July 1st of 2021.
Okay.
Wow.
When the world was just trying to come back from COVID. All right.
Yes, I think we all.
It fits in with this anniversary.
Of
Because
course.
that's kind of what we were all going through at the time. And I think that what I like about your thing, this is from a very good friend of mine. That's what she says.
Thank you, Kathy. Miss Nash. Thank
AKA
you.
Ski. Love you, Ski. Mwah. Yeah. So it seems like that's fitting for what's going on and stuff. And so or what was going on. I mean, so there's a lot, just a lot. And so I know you've grown and you've done all kinds of different things and stuff like that. So So you've been here hanging out off and on since 2021? No.
Since 2020.
Oh,
in August.
20. Oh, yes. Oh, well, I guess happy anniversary to you too.
Thank you. Happy anniversary.
I was just getting, I think in 2020, August, I think that's when I switched from Zoom to live to my live stream app. And so that's what I've been doing. So just awesome. Just awesome. Yeah.
And you encouraged me to go live stream because I was hiding behind the movies that I usually produce. You couldn't see my face. You could only hear my voice.
Okay. Yeah, it's a different animal when you're in front of it. And when I took that leap, I got pushed or shamed out from my friend Craig. But that's what friends are for, putting your best forward and making you to be the better person. And I was mad at him too. But anyway, he loves me anyway. He's still my friend. And so I'm just grateful for the last 4 years of what we've been able to do.
Yes.
So kind of going flashback, I'm going to show another one of the videos that was done back in the day. And it's kind of funny. I'm hoping that this particular friend is doing well and preparing for today. I have several different videos for the last 4 years. I can kind of pick and choose all kinds of stuff. And so just looking back at what was the genesis, what was the origin story for me starting this. And so it was a place and a space to give artists their voices. And he shares that. So I'm dedicating this to my friend Dale, and you'll see him in just a moment.
Okay.
I'm hoping he's doing well. Here we go.
So next we have a dear friend of mine. I've known him, I would just say almost all my life. I have a couple of those people tonight, and that's Dale McIntosh. We went to high school together, so we'll just start there. But Dale is a native of Southern California. He graduated from my alumni, San Diego State University in 1993 with a degree in computer science. He is the principal and chief technology officer at Forward Slope Incorporated. Dale recently discovered his voice and passionately embraces his role in promoting Black experience and gain empathy in our struggle. Let's welcome Dale McIntosh.
Actually, Joanne, we went to elementary school together. Just a little correct.
My bad.
I found my voice. I have always had a voice, but chose not to use it to promote this change. I never truly knew what it sounded like. Through over 60 years of injustice, racial profiling, and feelings of unease, I kept silent, but listened and learned the tactics of oppression and resistance. Dirty looks I did not see, snide comments I chose to ignore. It is not about what happens to me, but how I respond that defines me. I've always been balanced in a world that is constantly attempting to topple me. I express myself in the polls whenever given the opportunity, but I'm only one vote, and one vote, while significant, is not enough. I know I can influence others. In business, in life, I have impact. That is my strength. I live in a white conservative world, but I'm neither. Too many risks, too many unknowns. I want to help, but my foundation is not deep enough. Through 62 years, this has been my life, and then something happened. I watched men who look like me being killed by those sworn to protect and serve. And the lid on the trash can containing the refuse of racial injustice in my mind exploded, followed by a gust of gale force winds to scatter thoughts and images throughout my mind. They found my voice and began flowing through it, to flood the minds of others with logic that cannot be denied, that would never be contained again. It has taken over half a century, but I found my voice, and now it's time to use it.
Wow, Dale. That's what I wanted to do. That was amazing, my elementary school friend. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
That was amazing. We got to find our voice, right? Because if we don't, then all we're going to do is just be quiet, right?
Yeah, kind of sitting in unwanted silence. That's kind of unwanted silence. You sit. Yeah. And so I remember feeling all that ways of wanting to do a peaceful protest. And so I found a way, and it worked for me. And not knowing that I was going to be doing this for the next 4 years. But hey, here we are, 4 years later. It's still a platform for artists to try what they have, figure out if this is it or not for them. So it's been an interesting, really 4 years of just working with different artists, kind of mentoring them. And for those that don't know, it's kind of interesting. I started this open mic it's almost 15 years ago, out in the community. And so I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I was just like going, okay, God, you said I just want to do it. I just kind of went with whatever he showed me. And it grew and grew. And then, like right before the pandemic, it kind of just shut down. And so, for those of you that know, God's called me as a creative. I just, there's this evolution of things that are happening in the theological seminary realm. And so, I'm learning that there's this term called theopoetics. And I think I'll see if I can put this in the things so that people can see what they are. I'll see if I can add it. And basically, it's a space and a place for artists to share. This is what it looks like. Let me show you. That's the word, theopoetics. And so you can look that up. There's a lot going on right now as artists are, entering the halls and the walls of seminaries and sharing their theologies of how God as a creator speaks through the arts. He has. I mean, anyone that can make a sky blue and then have some clouds float along and then some water, you're a mighty creator. So there's a lot that God has done. And I think that there's been some separation of making things somewhat systematic, that just enjoying the beauty of who God is may have been lost. And so it's been artists and poets, visual artists, dancers, choreographers that have really kind of opened this realm. So theopoetics is not a new term, but it's a new resurfacing one that's addressing different things. And so I say that because every third Saturday, I host in-person open mic, and it's called Wholesome WordZ Unsung. And much like Wholesome WordZ Live, where I'm online and it's live, that unsung is an opportunity. Excuse me.
Okay.
I got a little cough. Excuse me. That people who aren't really ready or don't feel like it's polished enough feel that sorry about that. Let me drink a little water. Okay, God, make it work. Okay. Feel that they need this. They need to see that. And this is what my friend says. More men need to hear his words. And this is a beautiful way to recoup from my mouth. I didn't know. Love you. This experience, Joe and all who share their words. Thank you, Skeet. Love you, love you, love you. See you on YouVersion again. And so just having that opportunity, instead of, again, I'm saying, making it so systematic, like, you have to have this, you have to have that. The beauty of just having God just sit and create, and then inspiring men to create. And so we can thump through the Bible, or I can thump through the Bible, Old Testament to New, and we can see how David put together the church and the Levitical priesthood and how he honored God by having the Levites just worship God around the clock. So much so that there's this poem, and I always seem to forget where I find it, but it's in Psalms where he talks about he's looking out of his bedroom and he can see the fire and the people dancing around the fire, praising and worshiping God. So around the clock, David had these Levites that played instruments, sang songs, and danced, because David was a dancer. And that's how they worshiped God until he drew the architectural plans for the temple. And then he wasn't allowed to built the temple, so left all those plans and everything Solomon needed. So Solomon saw the plans of his father, again, an artist, to do that. And so I can thumb through Psalms and Proverbs, Ecclesiastics, Lamentations, all of that. But I think what people just so forget is that God, out of all the people, so I've heard this at least a trillion times, out of all the people in the world that God could have selected to raise his only begotten son, as we like to say, was he picked an artist. He picked a carpenter. He picked someone that was artistic. And Jesus grew up as a carpenter. And so when Jesus came to acclaim and fame and said, I am he that God has sent me, the neighbors were like, wait, hold up. Ain't this Joseph's boy? Ain't his father and his family carpenters? They didn't accept him as a Messiah. How can an artist, someone that makes tables and all kind of different carpentry, build houses, how are they the coming Messiah? So they missed all that part because they were looking for this king coming in to like knock down the Romans and put them in their place and stuff like that. But not much time has changed because they still have not seen that God gave his son to an artist to raise his son. So the doors are closed differently for different times. And so theopoetics is that theology that that allows you to hear from God through someone that he's given the calling of an artist. So I'm finding out that okay, I'm one. I guess I'm one too. And so in my open mic in person last week, we went through all of that. And so it's been a pretty interesting experience coming from my little peaceful protest in 4 years ago to now. And I know Andi has her own origin story where she can has shared that she didn't even know she was a poet. No clue whatsoever, nothing even resembling. So she was making stuff up when we first met, and then I took her and we did a little mentoring to help her get started. And so to see what she did before to what she's doing now, we're talking about night and day differences, but being inspired by God and what he has. And so it's been an interesting ride. So last week people were like, theopoetics, right? And so I know I didn't get a chance to talk to Andi about that, but what are your thoughts on that, Andi?
I think it's amazing how it's from a woman that came up with that, right? Theopoetics?
No, theopoetics is from is from another. I like 1990s theopoetics out. So
okay.
There's more to it, but for right now, I'm just introducing theopoetics right here.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting, and it brings in the artistry, right, of how it's intertwined in the Bible and how it highlights those that are artists in the Bible compared to people who overlook those artists and just skim through it and not really understanding the meaning and the symbolism behind it, and how impactful and powerful it is to be an artist. And people don't realize. I remember you put a post on your Facebook page that, being creative, it really brings out the person, your soul, of who you are. And so a lot of people need to tap more into that as being an artist and being creative, because God is the creator of all the earth and all the universe, and he created us to be creative. So I think it's amazing for theopoetics to highlight that and to explore and to really show people how important artistry and creativity is.
Yeah, so there's a whole thing. And so I encourage everybody to take some time and to really check out theopoetics. And there's a little bit more to it, but we won't get into that today because there's so much. So I just wanted to kind of just drop that sometimes on the every month. The third Friday and third Saturday are like back to back. This month it wasn't like that. So last weekend was the third Saturday, but not the third Friday. So there was like a little bit of a week's distance. But sometimes I'm able to do them back to back. So this this has been just amazing. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to share one of my dances that I've done many rains ago. It's called Love Medley. And again, it was one of the things that I shared when we did this 4 years ago. So enjoy Love Medley.
Tears may fade away. I'm so glad your love will stay. 'Cause I love you, and you show me, Jesus, what it really means to love. I love you, I love you, Lord, today, because you cared for me in such a special way. And yes, I praise you, I live
Love.
You made me cry. You always make me cry on these. Whew. Oh, beautiful, Joanne. Mm.
That's God. That was all God. That was all God. Whatever you saw was all God. And so now that we have a term of theopoetics, you can experience that. So what was God talking to you about that made you emotional, Andy?
His love, how can we express his love so much? Like it's unfathomable. It's so deep, it's so wide, it's so high for God to come down on earth in the form of his son Jesus and give his life for us. Like
How was that demonstrated in the dance for you?
I'm like the effortless of the women who danced and gave the symbolism of how they surrendered and how God was surrendering himself for us. It was a volunteer act of love that he had a choice to choose to go and be in heaven and enjoy his reign, or to actually die literally to himself for us, just so that he can have a relationship with us. Like that to me, it touches me so much, like for someone to love us that much.
Right. Right. And sometimes it's the visual part of just a personal testimony to just relating how the choreography, gave you that Jesus image. Jesus went to Calvary. And so just sometimes it's not exactly what is said, but it's how it's said. And so that's my ministry, and it's been my ministry. And I call myself a creative that believes in Jesus Christ. And I've been doing this for over 20 plus years. I don't know how not to do it. So I want to encourage everyone to, if you don't know, hey, give me a contact, and you can reach me on Facebook Messenger, and I'm happy to sit and talk with you. Andy didn't know she was a poet at all. Nowhere, not even the closest. She kind of like rolled her eyes at me and said, "Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, Miss Joe. All right."
I looked behind me. I said, "Who are you talking to? You're not talking to me, right?"
And so to go from that to where she is now, there are others. Same thing with Ronnie. Ronnie didn't know. Ronnie was writing these in-depth love letters daily to God. And for whatever reason, one day she just said, "God told me you need to hear this. This is what I do." And she explained it. And I'm sitting there going, "You're a poet?" And she says, "No. This is just, this is me and him. And he kind of lets me know when I might need to talk to someone else and share this." And I'm like, "So you don't think that God wants you to share this with others?" No. This is a me and God thingy. We And I said, "Okay, well, I'm not going to interrupt you and God, but I'm going to encourage you to pray. And some of what you have could help set a lot of people free. But you pray and you decide." And it took her about a week or so, but she came back and just said, "I never saw myself like that. I never thought that what was happening with my AB conversation between me and God would be something that someone else might need to hear." And after she realized the artistry and the creativity that God had placed her, because this is a woman who has a voice that, I'm just saying, that just is just mind blowing. So she's she can sing, she can dance, she can act. She's a poet. She's just recently become like her own little director. She's a pastor's wife, and she's taking on the role as choreographer. So there's a lot of theopoetics going on. And so I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So that's all I have for tonight. I don't have anything else. Andy, do you have anything else you want to share before we close out tonight?
To encourage other people. It's always hard to start. That's the hardest part, is starting, and to take that leap of faith and just to try something new. Tomorrow's not promised, and we almost don't usually get second chances that often. And with so many people passing away at a very young age, life is very short. And when God gives you a talent, and even he gives you multiple talents, you should use it to not only glorify him, but to bless other people as well. And it will be a blessing to yourself too, as well, because with me having gone through these 4 years, I have grown dramatically. I've come out of my shell. I used to be a little timid and shy, and I feel like I'm coming back to who I am, and being more expressive and being able to have that platform because of your obedience, Miss Joanne, and I thank you for that, to give me this opportunity to encourage other people and inspire them and uplift them, so that other people can come in and bring their talents to uplift other people, because we all need each other. And we do all this for God and for his glory. So please be encouraged. Please reach out to Joanne and say, hey, I have something. Hey, something ain't nothing, right? And just try. Just take that leap of faith, and you will not regret it at all. It will be the best decision that you can make. And so just be encouraged, and just do what you got to do that God's calling you to do.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate the support and the shout outs and stuff. And honestly, I'm just Joe. I'm not doing anything. I'm just thinking I'm just me. Oh, I don't know anything else. I don't know. But I want to thank everyone that's been with us for the last 4 years. I started off with Kim Schatz, so I want to give a shout out to her. And then my buddy, Craig, who has evolved and done so much. He started his own hip hop radio station that morphed into a clothing. He does all kind of marketing and clothing things, hats, shoes. This man is amazing. And he's a producer, and I think he has an artist that he's working on. So,
oh, really?
And
doesn't he play piano too?
Yes, he's quite the artist. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, Kathy, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Pete. So that's all that I have, and this is my ministry as Theopoetics. I think I'll put myself as a Theopoetian out there now next time. We'll see how it works. We'll know. So until next time, God has led me to close out with He is Here, and then we'll see you next month on the 3rd week of July, and we look forward to having you join us again. God bless everyone, and enjoy. He is here.
He is here, right here in this room, in your heart. He is near, nearer than breath, heartbeat, nearer than you are to you, closer than second chance or next opportunity, closer than tonight or yesterday. He is real, realer than touch, see, hear, smell, or taste, realer than reality. He is our reality. He is present, like space, wind, time, silence, night. He is waiting, like creation, like words on the tip of tongue, like songs that have yet to be sung. He is beauty, oranges, blues, every hue, every shade, sunset and sunrise. Whisper his name. He is holy, different, cannot be touched, explained, like sweet seconds of prayer, like grandmother on knees, wood floor bare. He is old hymns. He is the extending of limbs, stretched across trees, stripes to heal disease. He is son, distinctly three, distinctly one, the only wise, the only resurrector of lives. He is king. No earthly throne can house, no amount of elegant words can espouse. He is moment and voice, power of choice, in word and deed, in fruit and seed, nailed hands, nailed feet, innocent wounds that bleed. He is believe and trust. He is enough. He is all. He is call and purpose. Everything that we can sacrifice, he's worth it and more, much more. Our good deeds are mere pennies. We'll never even the score. He is behold and wow. He is who, what, when, why, how. He puts on the show. He's the one we come to see. He is soul's cry and sinner's plea. He is the epitome. He is the one no one can light a candle to or come within a 1,000,000-foot pole of. He is above. He is a father's love. He is maker of ways, ancient of days, has no fear. Have no fear. God is here.